Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome back to the action. The semi-final stages of the Winmore World Masters, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. Coming to you live on ITV Sport from the great city of Milton Keynes. Time to meet the semi-finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the Belgium World Cup finalists, the winner of 11 PDC titles, the reigning UK Open champion, the winner of the World Match Play, and a two-time back-to-back World Youth Champion, the Dreammaker, Dimitri and Bergh. Ladies and gentlemen, Wales is two-time World Cup champion, the winner of the World Grand Prix, the winner of the Premier League. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Masters. It's time to meet the Bergh. Here's Jonny Clayton.
Our second semi-final between the Ferret and the Dreammaker for the right to meet the world number one, Luke Humphries, later on tonight. In the commentary box for us, Chris Mason and John Rawling.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Looking forward to this one, particularly if Jonny Clayton can continue the terrific form that he showed in defeating Luke Little earlier on. Dimitri van den Bergh likewise looked really good in winning his match to take him through to this stage. And there he is, 30 years old now, 18th in the order of merit, although the performances that he's produced so far here, he's already back into the top 16. Jonny Clayton, world number 7, such a popular figure. His great year was 2021 when he won the World Grand Prix, the Premier League, the Masters, the World Series finals. And he's just quietly thinking, Chris, that he's getting back into the sort of form which is reminiscent of those glory days.
Absolutely, and the stats suggest that. He's a tournament average of 100.97, the highest of all of the four semi-finalists, two of which we've already seen, but Dimitri not too far adrift of that number, 99.47 himself.
Dimitri, who got there in accounting for Gary Anderson, Michael van Gerwen and Nathan Aspinall. 4-1 in the quarterfinals.
Not had the kindest of draws.
No, it's not. I mean, those are big names, aren't they? Come through those.
Massive.
140.
Jonny getting a slightly kinder one with Martin Schindler. Ryan Searle, he did well to win that one. He was 3-1 down and beat Searle 4-3.
And Schindler averaged 106 against him.
Yeah, didn't he play well though against Schindler?
Oh.
My goodness, 112. Phenomenal.
45.
And his checkouts against Littler. I mean, the two legs which clinched it, an 11 darter and a 13 darter.
Yes, it was really, really classy.
100.
But Dimitri himself closed the game out pretty well, John. He averaged 130.7 against Aspinall in the final set.
Did he really?
Winning in legs in 12 and 11, and those two legs featured 3 maximums.
Yeah, that's not exactly shabby, is it?
140.
Tucked in that 9 darter earlier in the weekend and a victory over Michael van Gerwen.
55.
Yeah, didn't think about that one. Ball was the shot. 25 would have left 167. So he's given Dimitri 6 darts at 124, so he doesn't have to do anything dramatic.
60.
He's not done either. 64 left.
It was a great 60 though. If you tried doing that without hitting a treble, it would be a struggle.
It's more like it.
Tidies up nicely. Puts a bit of pressure on the 64. Oh, that was a long way off the 48.
Double 16.
48.
Well, that
Jonny requires
is a
40.
let-off. And Jonny can get the break here. And does.
Jonny Clayton.
His doubles have been good this weekend. His finishing has been classy. And he might have had one indifferent, non-thinking visit earlier in the leg, but he tidied it up very nicely.
Yeah, and he's not known as the most prolific 180 hitter.
95.
He's on 14. Dimitri, who is a big max hitter, only 3 more. But yeah, the doubling, you're right, John. His tournament stats are at 47%.
72.
26 from 55 attempts. Look at the 140 column. 34 to Jonny, which is a score he's known for. 23 for Dimitri.
Wasn't much between them in the gambling market. Jonny Clayton quoted at 6-5 on, and Dimitri 6-5 against. So it's pretty much even pegging there. Pays you money and takes your chance.
139.
Bob Anderson about. He's scared to death of horses.
58. Jonny
The only
requires
cowboy I know
70.
who's scared of horses.
Apologies to younger viewers who might not get the significance of that. If you don't know about it, Google Bob Anderson and horse or something like that and see what comes up. And you'll see him walking in, accompanied by a horse. That really was a walk onto the stage.
Yeah, get away with it nowadays. And
140.
it wasn't any ordinary horse. It was the biggest horse I've ever seen in my life. And no one thought about how they're going to turn it around.
Double 16.
94.
Yeah, and as you say, he doesn't actually like horses
No,
very much,
he's
does he?
not a fan. Sure, Bob is watching as well. Old school. Bob, of course, the
67.
winner of the original
Johnny
Windmill
16.
World Masters in 86, 87 and 88.
Yeah, he was that sort of player, wasn't he? For a while, he was very, very hot, Bob Anderson.
And on the first
Good double.
set.
And
Johnny
there we go
Clayton.
with the first set to Clayton.
Second set, first leg. Johnny to throw first.
Winning it without really nailing too many big numbers.
Game.
The game, you sense, is just bubbling
Simmering,
along
yeah.
and will take off. Talking of bubbling along and taking off, Luke Humphries looked
97.
pretty good when he got into his stride, didn't he?
Yeah, he dropped a couple of early sets while he worked himself into the match, and then from that point on, he was pretty special
60.
and averaged just shy of a ton.
Yeah, as you say, averaging just shy of a ton with 2 poor sets to start.
Yeah.
72.
Long days, these final days of these championships.
Yeah,
Put together 3 big performances, and it's
Wonderful.
a kind of a stamina thing, and managing your own body, your own training.
Yeah, I think this particular format is more on the mind because of the continuous pressure you're under to defend sets or to try and break in sets. It's a brutal format mentally, not necessarily physically. Everybody involved today knows how to win 3 big games in a day, or 2 in terms of the slam, and they're monstrously long
99.
sessions.
I've really enjoyed it. I don't know about you. I mean, I've had
Yeah, I'm a-
messages and texts from
Same.
people who follow the game, and they've loved it. Bullseye.
136.
That give the ball wire a bit of a wobble. And he did have 1 dart in each of the 2 legs he lost in
64.
set 1 to Dimmy.
Dimitri
One at the ball,
required
of course.
25.
Another double 16. Failed to hit either.
The late.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
the first
breaker
leg, Dimitri Vandenberg.
Instantly
Second
trying
leg,
to hit
Dimitri
straight
throw
back.
first. Game.
It's back in the top 16 in the world rankings, incidentally, at the expense of Josh Rock,
Jeez.
who's just slid out.
92.
How can anybody drop out the top 16, John?
Well, I tell you what, the strength of the game now. You look at some of the players who are outside the top 16, who are still vying to get in. James Wade's one of those who's just on the cusp. He's trying to keep his top 16 ranking after all these years.
$59.
Bit of frustration from both lads here.
Michael Smith, another.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, he really is one he's got his injury problems, hasn't he? Which have been well documented, but he's plummeted. Like it.
The reason for the change in the ranking and it going to money is it was more of an advert for how well the sport is doing, but that's another area I'd like to see a slight change where your premier events carry premier points, but not for someone to win the Worlds when it goes to £1 million, hello, which it will do in the next couple of years. You think of the drop that they're going to have, on one day they're potentially going to be #1 in the world, and 24 months later potentially outside the top 20 in the world.
A point to be discussed, no doubt, at all levels of the sport.
And on the second set,
Dimitri takes the second set, and the match is now level. Jonny Clayton, penny for his thoughts as Dimitri there just cruised through fairly comfortably.
Yes, averaged 96.97 in that second set to Johnny's 83.4. It's a real drop-off.
He was so up for the match
57.
against Luke Littrell, wasn't he? And you just wonder whether there's inevitably going to be a bit of a backlash from that. He's got to get himself up now to beat Dimitri van den Bergh, who, okay, is a very, very fine player, but he hasn't quite got the status and the profile of young Luke.
Absolutely, and listen, this is their 16th meeting on TV, and it's as close as it can be without being level. It's 8-7 to Dimitri, so Jonny knows Dimmy's game inside out, but like you say, that still doesn't mean he should go into it that same feeling he had playing Luke.
Got a few Welsh supporters here as ever, has Jonny. Still the the Welsh world number one. He'd love to be the world number one, but he's the Welsh number one, Jonny Clayton, just ahead of Gerwin.
He'll be in the World Cup this year, trying to win it again. Something they're both extremely proud of.
They've won it twice, haven't they, the World Cup?
Yep. Although this year it's going to be the Lukes taking on the world.
They'll take a bit of beating as well, won't they? Tops now. And that's a breaker throw. That is precisely the sort of bounce back leg win that he was looking for.
Well, at the moment, John, it's a battle of the breaks of throw. The first set went against the darts in favour of Jonny. The second set,
that's the first of the match,
went against the darts with Dimmy winning it. We're just starting to move through the gears here,
as was always likely to happen.
95.
Boos from the crowd because there was the 180 from Jonny Clayton, and they always react when the 9-darter goes out of the window. The 1 9-darter we've seen was from Dimitri this weekend.
and they had met before, these two, in the old Masters back in 2022, and it was and he said their head-to-head on TV was tight. Well, this was a tight one as well. It was 10-9 to Clayton, averaging over 100.
He's got a handy little lead here. He's not on a finish. Dimitri's 140 also leaves him on a no finish number. Clayton takes this leg. That will be another set in the bag. Just a reminder, if you've been on Mars or something for the last 3 or 4 days, it's the best of 9. First to 5 to go through into the final.
Yeah, you've got to win 2 legs to win a set.
34.
Unlike the traditional,
You require 86.
you have to win 3 legs to win a set in the Worlds and the Grand Prix.
86 needed. Bullseye now.
48.
Long way off. I'm sure
Under
it's
press.
slipped out of his hand.
32.
Double 16 then. Jonny to take the second set. Oh, it's the wrong bed.
23.
Well, they made a hash of that.
You require 38.
Straight at it, methinks. And now double 8. Takes his time.
30.
Generally, his
Jonny
dodge problem.
require 9.
Dimitri's not firing at all, is he? And on his doubles, he's only 2 out of 9. Double 2. And Jonny finding him sticky as well. 3 out of 12. He's had 9 misses.
8.
Does love this side of the board. Just next door to his favourite double 18. Goodness, what on earth has happened there?
Jonny
We're in a soundproof box, by the way.
2.
If you're wondering if he's hearing us, he definitely couldn't. Alan at his loudest couldn't be heard from here. There goes the double one. And so Jonny Clayton gets the leg that he wants, and he will leave the stage for the first interval shaking his head. Not pleased with the way he's playing. He's a long way short of the level that he was in his quarter-final match against Luke Littler, but he's 2 sets to 1 ahead.
Absolutely. It's just frustration, and we've all been there, I'm sure, and all done a similar thing. We'll get a little bit of a telling off from our referee Kirk Bevins, because it can be a little dangerous.
Yeah, you see it down the old 3 Crowns in Wineswell, I can tell you.
Actually, a win here for Jonny.
Full set first
He
leg.
would go
Jonny to throw first.
to number 6, pushing Dave Chisnell to number 7.
And if he won it, he'd go all the way up to number 4.
59.
I've been had too much time on my hands working these things
Correct.
out.
During the course of this
57.
tournament, Dimitri's climbed 2 places, but he could have if he went on to win it, he would have a huge jump up the rankings.
100.
Of course, if Luke Humphries win it, he stretches his lead at the top of the table substantially.
100,000 quid for the winner of this weekend.
84.
I'm not sure whether you heard the commentary earlier. The first prize way back in 1974. This country's Cliff Inglis took home a £400 cheque.
400.
Yes. Total prize money of that tournament, 74. £800, John.
Well, sponsors make a difference, TV makes a difference, and the huge crowds that we get nowadays as well. It's been brilliantly supported once again down here in Milton Keynes. It goes without saying, if you've not been to one of these tournaments, you really are missing out.
Yeah, good luck getting a ticket. They are quite literally now the hottest tickets in towns. Some wonderful hospitality packages available.
Yeah, Jess Harding's involved in that,
Yes,
the old heavyweight boxer.
Correct. Lost to Gary Mason for a British title fight, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, he wasn't bad, Jess. He's a big, gentle giant.
Thankfully.
Yeah, exactly. Well played.
That's the first time we've had a holder throw in the start of any set, John.
And it took him 17 darts to get there. The averages, incidentally, when you bear in mind that Jonny Clayton averaged, 103 and change against Luke Littler, and earlier in the tournament he was over 112 for one of his matches. He's averaging 84 right now against Bergh's 85.
Yeah, it's been quite a edgy affair, hasn't it? Leg 2, set 3 would have caused a bit of damage, John, because it was a 22 dart holder throw. Should start downstairs, and does.
97.
He's not put himself on a finish.
85.
And neither of them a mile away. We're talking about fractions, but it just needs that little bit of an explosion to really set the game alight.
And that's the frustrating element of this sport. It's all about margins, millimetres.
99. 113.
113 then for the hold of throw. Looking for treble 19 and now double 18.
95.
Well, Clayton has an opportunity here to take the set. Tops. Oh, that's superb. Little nod of appreciation from Mr. Mason by my side.
Yeah, that was a much better set from Jonny there. Averaged 94 in the set. 93, 94. Now has a bit of a cushion.
131.
A reminder, it's a best of 9, so it's first to 5 in the semi-finals. So Clayton still needing another couple of sets.
140.
Yeah, he could just string together just 4 solid legs. He could get it done in double quick time. Well, back comes Bergh with a max.
And there is, of course, the other way of looking at it. If Bergh can get into a roll.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that is Dimitri's first max of the match. That's Jonny's second.
And we were saying earlier about how good play can kind of almost be
58.
infectious, contagious. You get one player who rams in the maximum and then touche, another one follows.
Absolutely spot on.
57. Dimitri 132.
Boom, boom. Double 16. We've seen this already in this tournament. It was on DG.
86. Jonny 124.
124. Treble 18 would leave in the bullseye, or it's just the wrong side of the wire. Well thrown dart, it was almost there.
37. Dimitri require 46.
Again, John, as you said, fractions. Well, even the single 14 wasn't particularly convincing. And when that happens, it just puts you on a bit of edge. How's your ball?
Bullseye, here we go.
62.
The
Dimitri
fact
require
that he made
16.
100% sure of the single 20. Didn't chase the treble.
Double 8. Is that a good marker?
How's that not gone in?
Oh, he had to come over from way wide on the right
25.
and just the wrong side of the wire. So Jonny Clayton now for the break of throw. Double 4.
21.
Dear me, they both have had 18 darts already.
And between them, they've had 34 darts at a double and hit 8.
With power to add, double 1.
The
The House of Madness, and in it goes.
Second leg, Jonny to throw first. Yeah.
One that's got away there for Jonny. Probably found a double.
100.
He'll be throwing for the set here and starts the leg with a max.
He really did dodge one there, didn't he?
34.
And Clayton now back with the darts, wants to make no mistake on his throw.
140.
And the 180 followed with a 140. Will do nicely.
Oh, 121.
Massive deflection with that third dart.
Eighty-three.
He wanted treble 17 ideally there. Ends up with a single 3.
Jonny required 98.
98. Oh, good dart. Double 19, goes straight at it. And maybe
79.
regrets it.
I think he will. There was no need really, because now he has to burn a dart in this combination rather than
Jonny required 19.
burning one in the back end of the last visit.
There's his 3 for double 8.
And for the second leg, Jonny
What do we know?
The leg
Touches
to
away
go
very
first.
nicely.
Yeah.
And that squares up the set. And Bergh needs to hold to narrow the gap.
140.
Average is squeezing up just a touch. Clayton's up to 89 now.
180.
Piling the pressure on.
Fourth maximum.
Yeah, and third in this set.
Dear me. Clayton 75 on. Bergh has got a little bit of a radar
82.
malfunction. That's more like it.
One. Jonny 161.
Needed a treble 17 there for the bullseye, but that's a good lead nevertheless.
158.
Crowd appreciating it. They're dancing in the streets of Pontyberem tonight if he does it. Double 19.
Good.
Oh, what a checkout that is. He's back in and a nod of appreciation from Clayton. And where on earth did that come from?
Oh, just when you thought that Jonny was going to just extend his lead and edge even closer to a place in the final. Dimitri van den Bergh.
43.
That's the highest finish of the day. Previous to that, it was Jack Johnson in the Super 16 final against Jaden. He took out 151.
What a good young lad he looked.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be playing him for his pocket money.
98.
I think I might suggest that he comes and talks to you.
He's got enough money. Jonny won £1,000 today at just 12 years of age.
Yeah, it'd be poor behaviour going and trying to pinch it off him as well, wouldn't it? That wouldn't be good.
I don't think I would.
80.
Well, it's been a funny sort of game, this one, so far. No
77.
real consistency from either side. That probably accounts for a fairly subdued atmosphere in the capacity crowd.
Yeah, there's really been. And at times there's been spells, but
37.
overall both players seem, like I say, they're mentally fatigued or just a little bit edgy.
Well, van den Bergh now with a chance of a break of throw. 112 he wants. Looking at 20s to start off, I think.
Well, this should be easy after taking a 158 out in the last leg. Oh, you can't find the treble. It deflected up rather than down.
Clayton tops 7 out of 21 on his doubles, make that 22. Double 10.
20.
Both of them having real problems finding the outer double.
Yeah, that could be his undoing. His interview with Ned a little earlier, you could say it's that lovely phrase
Dimitri van den Bergh.
owned by Bobby
Second
George.
leg, Dimitri to throw first.
Scores for show, doubles for don't.
Game.
Dimitri, without doing anything particularly spectacular, is clawing his way back here. Wins this leg with the darts, and the match is level again.
96. One. 64.
There's the Welsh support.
100.
That's more like it. Maximum number 5.
Takes his total up in the tournament, one above that of Dimitri at 19. It's been the issue in this match. It's been backing up the big scores.
There's the visible show of frustration there. He'd had the maximum and then just a shrug of his shoulders and a wave of his hand. What happened there?
145.
Thinking Dimitri moving a 2-dart combo.
140.
Well, that's the pressure on. Bergh needs to get it now. 96.
2 double 19s.
56. Johnny requires 40.
Tops for Clayton.
And
Surely.
back.
And
Doesn't miss it this time.
Johnny Clayton.
And now has the
Johnny
darts
to throw first.
in his hand, with a leg needed to go 4-2 up and to go within 1 of a place in the final.
Yeah, best leg of the match so far, that one. 13 darter and
58.
oh dear. So if he does go on to win the match, we have to regroup and find
97.
something.
Well, whoever wins this one on the sort of scoring that we've seen here, so patchy, so inconsistent.
100.
And there he goes again, having had the poor visit. He comes in with a 180, 6th maximum.
Yeah, been a little erratic.
57.
They'll be leaving the stage for a break at the end of this leg.
59.
Clayton again annoyed with that one. Such an important leg, this one.
Yeah, it's huge.
140.
Beautiful final dart, just dinking it over the top, takes him down to 64. Kind of pressure. Dimitri put him under. Plenty.
Great darts. That's terrific darts. So now, this tests his mettle. Double 8. Beautifully done. 14-dart leg. Bergh put the pressure on, and then he tucks it away with the treble and the double, and look what it means. The roar of self-appreciation, and Jonny Clayton now is 1 set away. He leads this one 4-2.
88.87 in that particular set, taking his average up to approaching 92, where Dimitri's around the numbers that Danny Noppert was at in our first semi-final when he took on Luke Humphries, and that's around there at 88.
He can play so well, just looks a little bit jaded up there, Bergh.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And you can see he is beginning to sweat up, isn't he? He's looking red-faced. Luke Humphries did remark at the heat on stage.
125.
Danny himself looking a little flushed.
It's certainly warm in the auditorium here. But the VIPs are feeling it up there on that second floor balcony.
I don't know why it's such a hot venue, because it's a really high ceiling. The modern lights, of course, don't generally emit too much heat. But it's quite a compact venue, isn't it?
2,500 it holds, I think.
Yep, there's 2,500 in tonight.
42.
And again,
Yeah, this is the beginning of the end, I think, JR.
yeah, he needs inspiration and he's not finding it, and Clayton is just doing enough to edge closer to the finishing line. Looking as though it's most likely to be an England-Wales showdown in the final.
132.
We're getting that in the Six Nations on ITV, won't we, in a few weeks?
Needed the bullseye there.
Yeah, Jonny always goes for his shots. Rarely will turn down an opportunity to get the leg one at the earliest.
Well, Bergh gets the score there, but it's kind of too late. Double 8. Double 4, or is it too late? No, it's
21.
not.
Dimitri requires 72.
If I'm Dimitri, I'm trying to stay in every leg because there's been some doubling errors. 20 misstarts at a double in this match from Jonny.
Tops. This is a big one for him.
32.
Well,
Jonny requires 4.
overpitched. Too high. Clayton, 2-2s. Double 1.
No score.
Well,
Dimitri requires
Clayton
40.
9 out of 32 on his doubles. Bergh 5 out of 22.
And on the first
Multiple
leg, Dimitri
opportunities
Second leg, Jonny to throw
for Jonny
first. Game.
to break through there.
Well, if he lets Bergh get back in and take this match from here, it would be a savage blow to his self-esteem.
41.
Yeah, and it will potentially, if that did happen, it would go down to that leg because he had his pocket picked.
140.
That's a good start. And is easing further clear.
43. $105.
I'm sure Luke Littler and Nathan Aspinall, if they're watching this, will be hoping that the men who beat them in the, or wishing that the men who beat them in their quarter-final matches had played a bit more like this.
100.
The nature of the beast.
'Twas ever thus.
Beautifully put.
81. Jonny requires 60.
Right, Clayton 60 to equal it up in the set.
And for the second leg, Jonny.
All like it.
The leg
15 down.
first. Game.
And he's one leg away from victory.
Big
Big one start. Starts with a 60 there. He's in a world of trouble.
140.
Jonny sees the finish.
Any mistake. And there's one.
43.
Could be catastrophic for Dimitri.
He's had a bad match here, Dimi,
59.
thus far.
He has had a bit of a stinker.
That's a blocker.
58.
And comes away without a treble once more.
Down to 210. 90 in front minus these. Treble is found him. Well, if you walked up to the board and put that dart in, that's exactly where you'd put it.
And couldn't make the most of it thereafter. Clayton thinking to himself, where'd they come from?
60.
That's the one he's looking for.
Still may not be enough though.
Well, the door was ajar. Should have been looking to flatten it.
48.
As it is,
44.
nothing doing.
usually what happens, John, when you have a match that you have double trouble in, you'll see a shot like that be taken out for the match. That didn't happen. He's left 44.
Well, 167 can be done.
Well, he had that incredible 158, didn't he, as a set saver. And what we felt at the time could have been a match saver, but it's not happening here.
Well, that's good dance, but is it too late? Clayton now, this for the match. Double 16, and there it is. Clayton gets across the line. Bergh, I'm afraid, just wasn't at the races tonight, averaged 85. Jonny Clayton just over 90, but he knows he's going to have to play very, very much better than that if he's going to beat Luke Humphries, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. He's probably about 10 off the pace in terms of where we've seen Luke Humphries throughout this tournament, who's been rock solid. Yeah, we've had the big moments from Jonny, the 112, that 103 and change to beat Luke Littler, but that kind of performance, he's in a world of trouble against Humphries in the final.